You had something to do. I'd walk in, you were doing something, like I'd be, I was just chilling in my office trying to figure out like more creative shit.
Doing a freestyle.
Yeah, doing a freestyle, or just fucking around, like for the most part. Some of those freestyles ended up being kind of cool, but like I was wasting a lot of time, as opposed to like the whole time you were here, you were doing work, and then you'd leave like a little bit before me, and then like I was still like, because you were done doing work, you know, and then Alex would leave, and then that's when I realized, I'm like, this nigga, he just did so much more work than me. He got here after me, and he left before me, and he already did so much more work than me, and I'm still sitting here fucking freestyling.
You're like, damn.
Yeah. Part of
But
it,
no, but
though.
that.
You know, sometimes it takes like you're a kind of artist that like maybe you're working 5 hours on one song and like you figured out halfway through like, oh shit, I'm gonna need to be drunk off gin to get this verse down.
Yeah.
Like I need this kind of sound.
I need this energy.
You know, like this energy to come into my life.
Yeah, he was in the studio with me once. He saw that. He saw that to full effect. Like, I don't remember who.
Once he's going, you can't stop.
Loose. Yeah,
we were loose, and I straight up told Loose, I was like, stop.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, sit down. Like, he had the headphones on, and I was like, sit down. And he's like, wow. I'm like, you're not. No, that's not it, bro. Like, we need a new emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just restart. Like, just sit here and like let's just build a
set
new
the
emotion
tone after that, or
and no, he sat down, and he even told him too. He's like, he was on the other couch, and he's like, yeah, bro, like, do you see kind of like how we wrote the beat here? I think you should rewrite your verse and just kind of like write the beat right there.
Yeah.
And then Loose right away, he was like, all right, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah,
he didn't even question us,
No,
bro.
he was good with the feedback. You could tell him. He was like,
he
let's do it.
He sat down, he fucking redid it, practiced it a little bit, and I was like, how do you feel? And he's like, I'm good.
Loose seemed like a sponge in my time.
Oh, he was one of my favorite people to work with, because like he knew that. Yeah, he knew that if I was trying to give him advice, like it's because I cared about him.
You're not coming from a weird
I was
place
just trying
with
to like fuck him up.
If somebody's not giving you advice, it shows like
they don't like you, bro.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
If I'm in the booth, bro, and I'm just gassing you the whole time, like, hell yeah, bro, that's the one. That means I want you the fuck out of my studio. Yeah. That's what that means. Like, if I'm like, you get your first take, and I'm like, that's the one. You give me your first take, I'm like, that's the one. And like, it's because I don't want you here. Like,
you haven't explored
or maybe you have the one. Maybe
options.
you're that special that you had the one the first time, but like after recording people a decent amount, like you don't. So, like that was like, I really love working with people who like if you can tell them something like, hey man, like I didn't really like this, they'll change it. And that's where like when I was engineering, that's all I was looking for. Like, I wasn't even really looking for, like, the final product, because most of the time I'd send it to him to mix, because I'm not great at mixing, but, like, I was pretty good at being able to, like, help people crack their show.
You're good at EP.
Yeah.
Executive producer.
Yeah.
Like, that's the one.
Not
Not like
EP stands for is
Executive producer. Yeah, so I
not
was
in
really
like
good at,
not in like dropping in an EP.
Yeah.
I can't remember that.
it's just being able to sit in the room with somebody and be like,
Timbaland,
take it this
someone-
way.
I've always wondered what
Yeah.
EP actually stood for.
If you're an executive producer, then you could be the engineer, and you're like Dr. Dre is one of my favorite executive producers. But he's also engineering and mixing and mastering it.
He's the whole nine.
He's sitting in there going, no, that's not the one.
Yeah.
Let's go again. And I do less of that because I'm, for Dr. Dre, I feel like it's different coming from a place where it's your beat. Like if it was my beat,
And it's his image the whole
and it's
time.
his
It's
image.
his
Like
image
you're
the whole
coming
time.
to me, and it's
You're
fucking
coming
Dr.
to
Dre.
me,
Yeah.
It's a party.
It's
Dr. Dre.
the Dr. Dre, yeah.
Yeah, but he has that kind of character where it's his beat. He has the vision for the song, and he's like, no, like Carlos has a lot of that in him. Where I call it like talking to the pitcher, like in baseball when the pitcher's throwing wild or walking people, the coach comes out and talks to him. It's kind of like a, get back on the right path kind of situation. Like, yo, chill out, you got it. Like, get back in your place. And I do a lot less of that. If someone asked me to be an executive producer, like Jedi Steve has in the past, I've only really done it twice, and even then I would say it's not a full scenario of being an executive producer, because like for me being an executive, like if I executive produce that project, like everything in that project is exactly how I wanted it, like from every lyric to the beat, it's handpicked, like that kind of stuff. But for them it was them showing they have faith in me and my like they want me to push the boundaries with it. They don't want me to only do what they're telling me to do, which I don't really do that a whole lot anyway. I mean,
but that's like,
I'm listening to them, but I'm going, if I hear something like, oh, this would sound great here, I'm going to bounce that off of and see if they're receptive to that. You know?
And he's like,
you really have to catch that vibe in the tone of this session.
And like ultimately, I think like that's the difference between like just a producer and an engineer. Is like Steven can do that, you know, and as opposed to like we have a producer friend, his name is Phil, and we have another producer friend, and his name is Jimmy, like that boy Jimmy. They're really good at making beats, and like that's what they do, you know. They make beats.
They make a lot of them, you know. They don't shy away. Like
30 minutes, 15 minutes.
They both will like tell like the artist that they're working with, you know. This could be better, or like this is the kind of vibe I felt while making the beat. Like, see if you feel that, or you know, that kind of, you know, setting the tone for the song in a way. But I also think there's a magic of going through 15 different beats, and they're all good beats in their own right, but it's which one is catching that artist that day, that second,
yeah, what the
right
artist
there.
Actually feels is right.
And then it writes itself. Yeah. And that's, you know.
Then it's going to produce the best content too, because the artist is going to feel the beat a little bit more.
Yeah, it's more of a vibe.
Yeah, they vibe.
Settling for a beat.
Yeah. And I was telling him this yesterday when we were in the car, like, I'm like, yeah, like Steven is a producer, but like think about like Toby or Young Phil, right? Say they make 15 beats each. 10 of them are going to be fucking bangers. Like full-blown bangers. Steven makes like 15 beats, we're going to get like 2 or 3 bangers. Do you know what I'm saying? Like 2 or 3 just like songs that are undeniably, you're like, this is hot. This is a hot-ass song. That's like, because he's not just a producer. He can make a fucking beat.
Yeah.
Like,
my beat might be mixed really well,
but those guys are producers. Like,
do you go through the selection process of like matching the beat with the artist?
You know, that's happened to me with building relationships with producers where they want to send anyone they work with to me, just to make sure like the quality's there, things like that. But I've had like Phil especially, he just sends me stuff. He's like, show this to Rock, see if he wants it. Like, if not, like, see if someone else is feeling it.
Feels nice.
He's
crazy nice.
Hey, Kelly, we love you, Phil. Yeah, bro. The first day, homeboy met Phil. He was just in the room, and he was working on Ableton, right? Were you on?
Oh, the little
machine.
The machine. Yeah, I was fucking with the machine.
And Phil just like comes in and just like starts doing some shit, and this guy's like, "What the fuck, bro?"
Yeah, he was going up.
Like, you're hella good, and he just did it like 6 to 10 minutes. He's like, "Oh, what's the loop?" Finds the loop. All right, what's the?
Yeah, dude, he's.
All right, now let me get the kiss.
Feels insane, and then
30 minutes.
We came in
a little bit later. Where everybody getting into his beat.
Yeah, I don't know where I think we came into this room or the room next to us, but he was showing us a bunch of his beats, and I was like, "Yo, this guy is like," I was like, "Damn, he's really good."
Crazy, man. Yeah, it's a different.
He can build a vibe, man.
Yeah, he can.
Listening to it on like.
Play that one song that you said that was a banger for Phil.
Oh yeah, excellent.
His beats are so chill too. Like it's always chill, and like you can vibe to. You can like smoke to them.
Yeah.
You can sit back and smoke to his beats for
That's
sure.
That's what I was just saying.
You gotta hear this one.
Yeah,
like it still has that like.
Is there a new one?
It's a different. It's actually
the fucking bass in
dropped it probably around. What was it? You guys did it like 6 to 8 months ago.
Yes, it was a while.
But like,
we recorded it almost a while back.
It's a dope concept too.
All my exes either really love me or they hate me a little. All my doggies respect the dancers, they love on seconds. You and yours ain't really bad in my ride or die. Up all night just smoking on that la la la. All my exes either really love me or they hate me a little. All my doggies respect the dancers, they love on seconds. You and yours ain't really bad in my ride or die. Up all night just smoking on that la la la. Blunt screaming, please hit me. Freeway going 150. First night in the new city. Saucy till we getting twisty. Someone made my Sprite filthy. I can turn it till I'm 60. Really want this shit forever. I'm from space. I'm in the stellar with the school for a semester. Sold a zip to my professor. How you learning? Reaper burning with my doggies getting hot. I'ma roll this one for later. I'm already in the sky. You too soft to put the work in. I've been going overtime. Oh Lord, all my exes either really love me or they hate me. I love me. All my doggies respect the dance they like on stage. You and yours ain't really bad in my ride or die. Up all night just smoking on that la la. You don't want no drama, dog. Hotter than the sun, dog. Kids, you got that bottle walking. I walk just like models walk. Ooh, I'm wavy, I'm dripping, dressed and lazy. That hate don't even graze me. I feel so amazing. They trying to say I ain't dating, bitch. I'm weighing in. I'm out. I stick up, won't stick around. She hiccups and hold it down. Hold me if you slow it down. Hold up, wait, just got that tickle. Still about my chips and some goddamn pillows. Never been alone, so I'm not that single. All my exes either really love me or they hate me. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la.
Crazy, man. I sound like the summer. Little kids out working me and shit.
I go TV with my turns, the way I'm fucking holding tracks. Talk it and I walk it too. Back it up in your place. This is why I get it lit. That little she's a 10. She's just trying to
rocking the old school drugs. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I got a Ralph Lauren shirt on right now, but I also have like the old school drug songs and some of the things.
This shit's dope.
I'm just trying to get rich as a bitch. And I said it. I know she is with all the shit. Since I met her. Not just trying to get rich as a bitch.
Yeah, that's right. I have a drug shirt on right there.
Rich bitch. Yeah, pussy on a pedestal. Bitches trying to get at me. I'm just trying to get it. Want a rich bitch. Yeah, pussy on a pedestal. Bitches trying to get at me. I'm just trying to get it. Pimp coat, rapping, and I do it on the daily. Smack her
with the pimp coat on.
I think like the biggest thing about this video is proper lip sync. And I think people put way too much pressure on the editor to make that shit happen. Like you as an artist gotta just lip sync your shit to perfection.
Yeah.
For a music video.
It has to look like you're rapping, like you.
Yeah,
the sound is you rapping.
Actually, my lips don't actually move like that when I'm rapping like that. But I was like
you're selling it.
Welcome to my city. Like I don't rap like that, but
you know it's gonna be better.
Yeah,
because man, most of like the videos I see around, I'm like, I wish they wouldn't have tried to like lip sync at all. Of course, the YouTube comments, you fucked my mom.
yeah, it's like original. When he was talking about my originality to begin with,
you give him an upvote. Give Scott an upvote. Someone saying
just sent me a new beat, bro.
Oh my. Who?
This kid, he just like always sends me the hotness. And
Yeah,
he's also like 17.
He's got crazy beats. Some young kids.
This is mine and Scott's secret little SoundCloud.
He's honestly the kind of cat you just gotta go to his house and like
you gotta go to his house and get with him. And
he'll bring with you.
Yeah, super introvert.
He's a very
introvert.
Yeah, he's an introverted extrovert. Like once you get with him, he's like, let's go get a beer. Like you know.
You can hate my sweat, can't hate little boy. I'm such a bitch, wanna text little boy. No competition, can't hate little boy. Got a Southside fucking trip. But you knew that.
He just pushes the envelope. He's
holy shit, dude.
Like your ass, double cheat on me, cause I score myself. I be the shit like I score myself. I want the shit with the door.
See how he brings like that 70s kind of feel and funk to it for like a modern day trap though. It's like
he produces it all by himself.
Yeah, everything you hear outside of Los's voice. And even that, he recorded and mixed it. So talented motherfucker.
No, this is a private.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, look, all the songs are private.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All this guy's songs are private. All the ones he showed me, I was like,
see, that's the thing with vlogs. Like this guy that produced this project, he does like his own like he sings and shit too. All of his music he shows me.
What are you
so
doing?
fucking good. He just
you know,
he's a perfectionist, you know. And I tell him I'm jealous that like he's only working on what he
honestly,
wants to work on.
That's a smart idea.
Yeah. you know, when he's working on music, he just.
Yeah, so when I'm ready, when I have
You know,
a good image,
I'm jealous of that. He can wake up and say, what do I want to work on?
What do I want to do? Yeah,
What do I need to work